Players are getting banned for alt-tabbing in CS2. Some are calling them false VAC bans, while others have noticed it might secretly be cheaters. Luckily for you, I've known about these bans for a while now, so let's go over everything you need to know. Plus, even why Valve straight up deleted VAC just a few hours ago. Let's begin 1 month ago in mid-September when I made a few videos going over the state of vacnet 3.0, how it was doing. We talked about a few of the false positives at the time, and how Valve asked players who were falsely hit to send them an email. Not much for VAC has changed since then, as Valve reverted the changes quickly, so the ban numbers barely moved since, except for the day the Armory exploiters got banned in early October. But that's not at all what we're going to be talking about today. Some people think they have discovered some false bans with vacnet 3.0 after this clip is getting shared around. It has this player alt-tabbing, which then just gets banned. That's really all that happens in this clip. You might watch it once and be like, that's weird, this player just got banned for pretty much doing nothing. Or at least that's what it seems. When you watch the clip in slow-mo, it lets you see exactly what happened. As soon as he spawns in, he looks around for the first player he can find. He sees a CT beside him on CAD and instantly alt-tabs. He was unsuccessful and just gets shot down while tabbing back in. So the player tries again on B site looking for a player as quickly as possible. He jumps and sees the player still with spawn protection but tabs out anyways. Once the player loads back in, he is still shooting from before he tabbed out and then just quickly stops. When you actually look closely at the shots from right when he is loading back in, you can see he has zero control over the spray and where they are landing, as he was obviously tabbed out during that process. But when you look closely, he is somehow still hitting the enemy. Once he has control, he stops shooting before starting the spray again. But before the gunfight could finish, the player in the clip gets VAC banned. So if you somehow didn't catch it already, the player is clearly cheating in this clip. I can confidently say that because I know exactly how this works and the reason why he is alt-tabbing. Not only that, if you watch a clip a few more times, you'll notice there is a program running in the background. War Store Cache Login. If these are false bans, what is this program in the background doing? When you go ahead and look closely at the program, it doesn't seem to be a direct cheat, but more so something that allows you to use and store different Steam accounts. There is an account list, an option to restart Steam and also log in. An odd program to have running besides CS2, especially if someone wants to claim they are getting falsely banned. When you go ahead and look up the program, it doesn't seem to be a cheat as they are just advertising CS2 accounts. But when you look at the accounts they are for, well, to no surprise, it's CS2 cheats. So if you did watch the clip closely a few times, you would have noticed it's not false bans like some are claiming, but really just cheaters who are knowingly doing something that will get them banned. Because it's actually not the cheats which are getting them banned, but the fact that the cheater keeps alt-tabbing, which is the reason they are getting hit by VAC. I've already known about this for a while now and how cheaters were getting banned for alt-tabbing or even changing their settings. The reason I never talked about it in a video is because if you are getting banned for this, well, you should know why. It started getting reported after the introduction of vacnet 3.0, as that is when I was first told about it. What would happen is when cheaters use anti-aim and then alt-tab out of CS2, they would get a VAC ban. There was other instances of cheaters getting banned just for changing their resolution and other settings. A cheat provider even tried to warn their users a few days after I was first told about it. So no, these are not false bans like some may claim, and you should have no worries alt-tabbing to answer your Discord calls. If you do believe you were hit with a false VAC cooldown, make sure you email Valve to look into the issue. For more VAC news, we just went through the lowest number of VAC bans in the last 12 months. Leadify tracked September 2024 to have under 1,000 VAC bans. Of course, this seems to involve the VAC cooldowns not being tracked properly, but is definitely interesting to say the least. Today, in a random CS2 update, Valve removed a category for Valve's anti-cheat. So was this Valve finally giving up on VAC and deciding to delete it for good? I'm sure you can make some jokes about Valve deleting VAC, but the reason this update happened comes from a Steam update which happened yesterday. When you look through the changes, Steam is working on a system that will show what anti-cheat is being used in different games directly on the store page. At the moment, the information is for devs to select for their games, which include if the game has a kernel or non-kernel anti-cheat, if all anti-cheat files get deleted when you uninstall or not, plus a few of the more popular anti-cheats used across Steam. You can also see in one of the new options, Valve has no plans on changing the name or anything like that. Just a few minutes ago, Valve has added back VAC as their anti-cheat software So if you're wondering what this new change actually looks like when you're looking on the store page for any game which actually does this update, under all these different categories, you will see it now says includes anti-cheat software VAC. But you can see they just did the same thing to other Valve games as well. Subscribe to stay updated on all the Valve news you want to know.